So, ladies and
Good
gentlemen,
afternoon, Ms. Taylor.
Yes, good afternoon to you.
welcome Miss Hale. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Keisha Hayle. She is the principal of Padmore Primary School in Jamaica, and she is now a household name here inside the zone alongside Chris Wilby and yours truly, Lady D. Denise Gomez. We are going to maximize on the time this afternoon in light of our delayed start of our segment. But Keisha, you want to just say hi to those who are listening this afternoon?
Yes, no problem. Hi from Jamaica. I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad that you're listening.
Yes, thank you so much. Chris, go ahead and say your hellos.
Good afternoon again, and welcome to the show once more, Ms. Hale. Glad to have you.
Yeah.
All right. Now, this afternoon, we are going to be talking about the transportation system as it exists in Jamaica as to how children commute to school. We have coined our topic this afternoon, flawed or work in progress. And Keisha Hayle, being a teacher and having so many years of experience in the classroom and as a person in the community who has been doing so much, I know that the two most recent headlines that really drew our attention, because out of those two incidences we have had fatalities, bright promising children. And so we wanted to just address that this afternoon, and as Keisha is with us and has some amount of first-hand information from her perspective, we would like her to bring us in the know this afternoon as to what is going on in Jamaica. We have our discussion points. We can go through them as best as we can. So, Ms. Hale, the floor is yours. Let's talk about this serious problem in Jamaica.
Yes, definitely, Ms. Gomez. It's a very serious problem. The problem of transportation of children to and from school in Jamaica. The problem is a very wide one, in that there is no, say, formal school bus system in Jamaica, as it has to do with JUTC and Transport Authority.
Right.
What we have, so when you say if it is flawed or it's a work in progress, I would say it's both. Because it is flawed because we don't have a school bus system, and it's a work in progress because what we have is that in conjunction with the Transport Authority, the Ministry of Transport, the Ministry of Education has been piloting from 2 years now. They have been piloting a transportation system, a rural transportation system for most of the park beneficiaries. So this transportation system now, what it does is that it benefits about 7,500 children across 185 rural schools. But what happens is that a quota of the children, like for example, say about 40 children are chosen to benefit from the system per school, and these 40 students are normally on par. They are normally on par, and they would get picked up and dropped off from school and to school. So this is just a drop in the bucket. The ministry has said that they would extend it, to more students in the school. But for now, what happens is that as young as age 4, children have to commute with adults. So they are exposed to the adult language, they are exposed to well, everything that goes along with public transportation, you know, and I want you to know that in Jamaica, we have 32,365 traffic tickets that are given out last year, and that's the normal number that's given out per year for speeding. So these children, I think it is maybe scarcity of one, where, you know, the taxis or the bus believe that they must make their route as quick as possible to come back for a load.
Right.
To come back for another load. So what happens is that children are grossly at risk in Jamaica. And I have some statistics for you of fatalities, right, from as far back as 2011, where we have 40 kids dying on a road via our public transportation system. In 2012, we had a decline to 22. In 2013, it was 29. In 2014, 23. In 2015, it was 12, and 2016 it went back up to 25. That's bordering along that number.
Yes.
But now 2019, I think we're going to see a spike in it because of the gruesome crashes we have been hearing in recent times.
What I think, and so a caller called in earlier and said that, you know, we really don't have the system in place, the proper transportation system in place. Now, when I was going to school, and of course we want to target all the important points. When I was going to school, there was a school bus that my school had, in addition to having contracts with other companies. And so the logistics was worked out. We knew where to go, when, etc., and we were commuted to school. Now, if you have children who are going to school, Miss Hayle, there is a round robin effect. So it's who can get them quicker. At some point, these things are going to happen because the recklessness by which they are being transported by the person at the wheel, who all they know, there's 50 more at the bus stop or at the crossing that I need to go back, go get.
Right.
You're going to have these kinds of things because they're not paying attention. They're not alert enough. They are just simply speeding. Now, what do you think the government is going to do? Because there are so many children who are not in that program, the PATH program that you mentioned.
Yes, definitely. It's a pilot program. They are piloting it. But what I am saying is that what we really need, because we are in dire need of a school bus system, a school bus system by the JUTC, or some other private contractor that only picks up children. Okay? Because the children are now at the mercy of the music, the language, and you have some children who, when they leave school at 2:30, they're not reaching until 8, 10 o'clock, because in peak hours, the taxis and the bus do not carry them. The only time they carry them is when they would pay the adult fares. They would have to pay the adult fares for them to carry them.
I see. Now, recently, a parent in Jamaica, while I was having a discussion with her on this same matter, she also said to me, and she said she knew it for a fact. Now, I could only take her word for it, but she says that the Jamaican government is trying, and there are children who, rather than taking, say, the JUTC buses, they're not assigned as their school bus, but of course their public transportation. Rather than maybe taking them, they would rather go take the taxis, where they can have a lot of lewd music and, carryings on back to and from school. Now, the fact that you mentioned that, children are getting home late at night. What else? Oh, I think we lost her. She's gonna have to call back. I just saw where it says the call ended. So Chris,
Yes.
she's gonna have to call us back because something disrupted her line.
Yeah, I was listening to the conversation. Now, I can attest to what you were saying about.
Hi, Miss Hale, you're back?
Yes, I'm back.
Okay, yes.
Yes, I can attest to what you were saying, Lady D, concerning the young lady, the school children who would rather take the taxis than the bus. It is something that we have observed. I observed it when I was living in Jamaica, and I have heard the school children talk about it. I've seen it in action where they do not want to take in a bus. They want to take the taxis, as you see, because of what happened. You know, they can behave a certain way and they can act a certain way. So if you here want to expound on that, we really appreciate it.
Yes. Keisha, what we're saying is that there are children who, rather than taking the JUTC buses that is available to them, especially those in the corporate area, they would rather pile themselves up into the taxis where they're seated in each other's laps and all kinds of, things going on.
This, I wouldn't say that this is not true. It is, but there's an next reason for taking the taxis. Okay? What happened is that the JUTC buses have what is called a route, a slated route. And sometimes what happened is that because they will stay in the traffic on their route, what happens sometimes the children will reach school late. So some of them prefer to take these taxis or would cut out to get some shortcut, shortcut roads to go to school. So it is just it's just a system that is I think we don't have enough roads for vehicles in Jamaica. So it's a system. I remember going to England and I stand up with my mouth open because when they say that the bus is coming 9:15, the bus comes 9:15, and the bus comes and it is true somebody in the bus is leaving. We don't have that kind of system. You understand me? The buses, to be profitable, they are going to overload. They are going to sit down and wait and overload. You understand? Yes, so it's a system that it's like an anarchy. I can tell you that, although I would say that the system in Jamaica, we have more, vehicles carrying children to and from school. In my days, I can tell I was a victim I was almost a statistic. 30 years ago, when there was not enough, there was just 133 bus coming up here, and we got a ride from a van, but I didn't know that the man tied up the back of the van. So when he made like this sudden stop, well, it's a slowdown, it wasn't a stop. I found myself back on the back of the bus, and then I found myself on the road.
Oh no.
Yes, I fell out of it, and you think I was a different color, all my skin was off. Oh. Yes, I remember it vividly, so I am a statistic to a certain degree. So what happened is that up until that time, I was traversing, walking long distances to school, teacher going to punish you because you're late for school. And we have not made any much,
headway.
Headway. You understand?
Because it's not a priority.
System for children.
Yeah.
There's one.
It's not a priority.
Keisha, do you believe that there could be public-private partnership with the government combined with private
Company.
partner
Mm-hmm.
to have such an entity. Because apparently the government is not doing it for whatever reason. They are not capable of doing it. Do you believe that would be a feasible way to do it?
Yes, I think we can have discussions, and the discussion is far spent on this. Okay, I think we must have some discussion on how we are going to, really get a public transportation, children, viable one in Jamaica. I must tell you that is one of the sustainable development goals, is to really have, reduce a number of fatalities. Because as we know that most of the children who are 10 years globally, the road crashes is the leading cause of death for children over 10 years old. And by 2020, they are trying to halve this number globally. So with that in mind, what Jamaica needs to have a viable transport system, we need to get, we're going to get some buses, and we were saying one per parish. Maybe that is not enough, but at least it's a good start. You understand me? And maybe what we can do is subsidize, because we and truly, if someone, my school operates a bus, okay? And a bus system for our children, okay? And I can tell you that what we get, simultaneous when you look at what a person with that bus would operate, what they would get for the day. We don't make it per week. So what a bus operator would get for the day operating on a route, we don't make that per week. So we are really operating at a loss. But because we want to get our children to and from school, without using these public transportation, we battle on. But what the government needs to do is that they need, it's a far cry. We have too much fatalities. And what we have to get it. It's not if we must get it again. It has to be now.
It has to be now.
Yeah, and it can't be a profitable endeavor, as you say. It won't be a profitable endeavor. It operates without thinking about it as a profit making business.
Yes. But something, maybe what the government needs to consider, because we've had a lot of privatization across the spectrum in Jamaica for varying businesses. People have come in, they have had discussions, and people are, a business is launched and it's privatized, and it seemed to work just fine. Because if it is a case where they do not have the money to import, because remember when these buses were going to be imported in Jamaica, it was a big project. The buses came in, they were routed accordingly, and they are working. While the system may be flawed, as we have said, but there are buses there in comparison to the numerous taxis that were running these routes and just creating a havoc. So maybe they could engage in some discussion with somebody who has that kind of clout, who wants to do it, and to alleviate all of these tragedies that are taking place in Jamaica. Because if we see another vehicle go over a ravine, then we need to stop. And we're wrapping up shortly, but what dawned on me, Miss Hayle, also was the fact that people were just, when the last incident happened, people were taking out their cell phones, the usual story, taking out cell phones and capturing the demise of these people in this vehicle.
Right.
No, man, we need to stop. It needs to stop. Your final comments, we have 5 minutes.
Okay. Most of the road fatalities with children is caused by speeding. Michelle, the executive director of the National Road Safety Council in Jamaica, will follow pressure.
Yes.
All feeling to notice it which they exercise greater, concern and greater efficiency when they are on the road. But what I am saying is that the system is so open that it seems that anybody can run a taxi. Anybody sometimes school children. You understand? The training that you have to go through, that is not non-existent. It is like, pack up the taxis, see how much you can carry.
Right.
And what the police is saying in Jamaica is that although they would give them tickets, they issue 34,000 tickets for year for speeding, they just pay the tickets and continue because they're saying it's not profitable. It's not profitable to carry children as is, just children alone. So some of the children have to be sitting in adults.
No, but that is not even today. That is so long ago. I have done it myself, commuting in my community. So I get it. But I'm hoping that, something will be done, because it's not easy for parents to know that their children have left home and they don't make it to school.
Right.
And you are getting a call to say that your children have gone over into a ravine, and then one gets the call to say, this child has passed. No, that's just not, that can't be good. That's just not good enough.
Unacceptable. And it's because of, that accident was because of speeding.
Of course.
Overtook.
Of course.
And lost control of the vehicle.
Yes. Well, we thank you so much.
Driver.
I think a lot of it can be attributed to indiscipline, indiscipline in the society, and it leads into operating into every aspect of society.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I thank you so much. We thank you so much for calling in. Yes, you did a good job in the limited time that we had, but certainly you have brought us into the know about some of the things that we are not there to experience. And those of us who are listening, we garnered quite a bit of information from you. So take care of your children in Padmore, take care of yourself, and drive safely on the roadway there, and keep on doing what you're doing, and your children are excelling in your school. So blessings to you.
Thank you very much for having me, David. Thanks for all to those who are tuning, and thanks to your host.
Of course.
All right.
Yes, thank you. Blessings.
Okay.
All right, 2 minutes to go, so we are wrapping up the show, but we have accomplished quite a bit this afternoon. To Touch FM Radio 90.1, you tuned in for the very first time on a Monday. This is what we do here on Mondays, in keeping you in the know with news, happenings, and facts. Chris Wilby, your closing sentence.
Yeah, I was saying, a lot of it that has to do with indiscipline in the society, and it creeps into all aspects, and we just have to try to educate people and try to inform them that we need to cut this off,
Absolutely.
We'll catch you next week.
Yes.
Same time, same place. Have a good evening.
Yes. Thanks to all those who tuned in. Sign FM 88.9, Fever FM 97.7, and Touch FM Radio 90.1. To our audience on 104.5, 101.7 FM, we thank you always for being here with us. Without you, what would we do? This has been Inside the Zone, the community platform where information is guaranteed, keeping you in the know with news, happenings, and facts. As always, thanks to Cooler Runnings Jamaican Restaurant for sponsoring the show. Thank you so much. And I will be back on Thursday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. to do it all over again. As always, love yourselves, love your children, and remember, in everything you do, it is the will of God concerning your life. Blessings, everyone. I'm out of here.
One radio station.
Thanks for joining. Bye.